Do you know what? I don't think anyone knows how big the BBC actually is. I don't. Hi, it's me again. And yeah, I'm always talking about BBC Studios lately because I don't get how it can exist. All right, it's trading under the BBC name, but it's a commercial business that makes commercial money, but it's allowed to trade under the BBC name, right? Surely the BBC, you pay your license fee to, your 3.7 billion quid a year that it gets in license fees. Surely if you want to trade under the BBC name, you should all be under one roof, right? And like BBC Studios, for instance, turns over just over £1 billion a year. So surely any profit that it makes from that should come off the license fee requirements, right? That not make sense? But let's not forget here, the BBC doesn't just have BBC Studios, BBC Productions, BBC Distribution. There's like 6 or 7 other ones, and they're expanding a lot. I've been saying it for a while because BBC Studios has been on a big thing buying up private production companies and then selling the shows that it made in some of them to the BBC for your license fee money. And no one knows that that's come from a BBC company. They also sell them to many other, streaming services and TV channels around the world. And all that profit funnels back in to the umbrella that is BBC Studios. But they still want 159 quid a year from you for the license fee to keep the BBC afloat, because apparently if the BBC goes down, you're going to miss all your favourite programmes that the BBC makes, even though it's BBC Studios that makes most of those programmes and would still sell them to somebody else for you to watch. I mean, have a look at it. I've been saying it a while, and this is just proof that they are buying up all these private production companies. Have a look. BBC Studios has moved to full ownership of Killing Eve producer Sid Gentle Films. Sid Gentle Films productions include The Durrells for ITV, SSGB for BBC One, Ragdoll for UK TV and AMC, Neil Gaiman's Lucky Stories for Sky Arts, and 4 seasons of hit series Killing Eve. So this is a production company that BBC Studios has completely taken over, and they do make some shows for BBC One, which are sold to them at a fair market rate for your license fee money. And then that gets moved over to the commercial wing that trades commercially, but still under the BBC name. How does that make any sense? They're making all this money. They've got all this production space that is worth a lot of money at the minute to produce anything, because there's a shortage, because the amount of streaming services and TV channels that are looking for productions, they are smashing it. And it's not just this one. Not just this one. Look at this. Look, a quick BBC search for BBC Studios buying production companies yields all this. Look, so BBC Studios fully acquires Sherwood producer House something. Yeah, House Productions. And on Wikipedia, I mean, take it as you will with Wikipedia, innit? But look, label investments, 72 films, major productions, Baby Cow, Burning Bright Productions, Clark and Well Films, Cuba Pictures. Look at all of these. Sid Gentle Films, which they just got. Val, Various Arts Limited. And it's okay. I don't care if a commercial company wants to expand. Good for them. That's what being commercial is all about. Growing your business, making more money to employ more people and to put more money back into the country. It's business. It's free market economy. It should be doing that. My problem is you're doing it under the BBC name. So over here, you're making all these great moves, buying up production companies and making these shows to sell around the world in your new production companies and making good, solid profits on a good, solid company. And over here, you're going, oh, we're skint. We need 3.7 billion quid a year. Every household must pay us 159 quid a year. Oh, we're going to not survive. Which one is it? BBC, you need to make your mind up. If you just show ads on your BBC TV channels and your BBC radio stations, then no problem at all. I don't care. Do whatever you want. But you can't be over here begging the British people for 159 quid a year, but over here making excellent commercial moves and making a lot of money. Make your mind up which direction you want to go. Either go commercial, or all the money that you make from your side ventures under the BBC banner need to be bought in under the BBC umbrella proper. There is no other way. There's no other way. I'll just never understand how they're able to get away with stuff like this. It's just a big scam, isn't it? And the license fee is the biggest part of the scam. They must be laughing. All these other channels and streaming services have to work really hard to bring in the money. And the BBC could just sit back and go, 3.7 billion coming next year again. It's not right, is it? Especially when they're making loads of commercial money on the side. Let me know what you think about it, as always, down in the comments below. And thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit the subscribe button if you haven't already, because that way, hopefully, I'll see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da.